Was this movie living up to the hype and excitement and energy that F1 brings, or is it just a letdown overall? Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another Andrew Movie Reviews. Today we watched F1. So I want to do things a little differently. First of all, it is almost 2 in the morning. I'm fucking exhausted. So sorry if my brain's turned off, but I want to try things a little differently. I was thinking about this during the movie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a quick 1 to 3 minute video recap, like a short review. And then after that, for the YouTube video, I'll post like my full thoughts. So I'm going to record the 1 minute right now, and then we'll go into more of a deep dive. So if it sounds weird, that's because it's for TikTok and for YouTube Shorts. But yeah, starting now. Today we watched F1 featuring Brad Pitt, a sport about fast-paced energy. Everything is crazy. However, this movie wasn't exactly fast-paced, as it was a 3-hour marathon, almost 3-hour marathon of a movie, where it was exciting at points, especially the final act, which was fantastic. But at some points, it did slow down. Nothing that was boring or kept me checking my phone or anything. I was paying attention the entire film, and I did enjoy the film overall. However, I do want to note that if you don't know anything about F1, you might want to learn just a little bit, at least have a basic understanding before going into this film, because you will get confused at some parts. I know I did, even though I have a basic understanding of F1. But overall acting performances that were very good from Brad Pitt and his other co-stars, and solid cinematography from the director of Top Gun 2, which puts you in the cockpits, driver's seats of these F1 cars, and it does let you feel the speed. Led to a very solid overall film that I would recommend you watch and not wait for Apple TV. Watch it in theaters. I would probably give it an 8.3 out of 10. Would recommend. Not my favorite film from this year, but still a very solid entry. That's my 1 minute-ish review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you felt about the film. And of course, please subscribe for more movie reviews. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. So yeah, that was my 1 minute review. I did want to re-note that you probably should have a basic understanding of F1 before you watch this film, because you might get lost. And I've played the video game a little bit, so I know a little bit about F1. But I definitely think this is something you would definitely need to watch, or just know about before watching. It does try to explain it a little bit, like some parts, but I don't think it's like something you would understand if you know nothing about racing. But that being said, if you love F1, I feel like you might hate this film, because I don't know this, but I feel like it is. I feel like it's super, like it takes the piss, as they would say in England. Like it's like, for example, it's like Brad Pitt's a rule breaker, I guess, and he like breaks the rules to like, he's the bad boy of F1, I guess. Like he breaks the rules to his advantage. And like, I feel like that would piss off some like true bred F1 fans who like love the sport a lot. So I don't know, if you watch F1, let me know how you felt about this movie, because I don't know, I feel like I could piss off a lot of fans, but I don't know, I have no idea. But I do want to talk about Brad Pitt real quick, right? So I actually really like Brad Pitt as an actor, because I love the character he plays of like arrogant, but like still suave and like just good looking Brad Pitt, right? And I like that character for Brad Pitt. The problem with Brad Pitt is that's like literally every single movie. Brad Pitt plays himself in like every single movie, which is a negative and a positive, right? Like I said, like I like Brad Pitt, but like he's just Brad Pitt. But like he's kind of like the racing version of Moneyball. If you don't know what Moneyball is, it's my favorite movie, right? But it's like Sonny Hayes, the old guy who does things the traditional way, versus JP, the guy who does like technology and like uses analytics to do stuff. It's kind of like that, but like not exactly. But if you've seen Moneyball in this movie, you might know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think one thing that kind of hurt and helped this film was the trailer to this film. Like this trailer was super good, but I felt like it revealed a little too many plot points, especially well, I don't want to spoil anything yet, so we'll save that. But like if you were able to watch this without watching the trailer, I think that would benefit you. But if you did, it's not gonna like ruin anything, let's put it that way. But yeah, I think the pacing, besides the pacing, that's my biggest concern with this film. I think everything else was pretty a-okay. You could say the story was kind of generic and gimmicky. I don't know if gimmicky is the right word, but you could say it's a little generic and the plot isn't like amazing, but it's a racing movie, and I don't think the plot is like super important in this. The whole point of this film is to be like, ooh, look, fast cars doing fast things, promoting a fast sport. But I will say, it did make me want to play and watch F1. I don't think I will, but it did give me the urge to try it and play. If I was ever going to watch racing, it would probably definitely be F1, just because it has piqued my interest. And it did have those like big F1 stars, that, like, some I recognize, some I don't. Like, I know Max Verstappen, I know Lewis Hamilton, who was producer on this film, and you could tell from the final act, I don't want to spoil it, but I can tell from the final act that Louis or Lewis, I don't know, that he produced this film. But yeah, I think that like I said, my favorite things are the cinematography, the acting, and just the overall F1 aesthetic of it. But I dislike the pacing and the kind of so low-key generic story, but it was still solid overall. Like I said, my 1 minute, I can't speak, I'm so sorry, it's so fucking late. My 1 minute review, I would definitely give this an 8.3, I think, out of 10. I'll have to see how it compares to my other letterboxed films. But yeah, spoiler wise, if you haven't watched it yet, here's some spoiler stuff. I didn't love, like I was saying about the trailer, I didn't love that they kind of spoiled the romantic interest in this film. Like, obviously you could probably tell they're going to get together because it's Brad Pitt, right? Brad Pitt always has to make out with some kind of co-star. But I felt like they would have kept that out of the trailer. It would have been better in my opinion. But it was still okay. It was kind of a generic love story, but obviously, like I said, the focus of this film is to show off racing. But I did really like the side character of the girl, the pit stop girl. I kind of like that. I don't know why. It was just like a cute little like side, not even like a B plot, like a D plot. I don't know why, but every character did have a good amount of growth, generic growth. Like it was like generic growth, but like still a good decent amount of growth. And I love the like arrogance on the main characters. I loved how like arrogant they were. I know it's kind of like their whole point, but like, yeah, at some point during the middle of the film though, when JP got injured, I was kind of hoping in a way that it was gonna be like a huge plot twist and like he was gonna get replaced, but they would never do that. So yeah, it was just I think the part where I felt like it slowed down the most is when JP got injured and they replaced him, and Sonny Hayes had like his moment of glory. I don't know. I felt like there was parts of this film they could have cut out and made it like at least 2.5 hours. Well, I guess it was 2.5 hours. I mean, like it could have been a 2-hour movie. I forget if it was like 2.5 hours or like 250 something. I can double check, but I think they could have cut out at least like 20 to 30 minutes of this film, but it wasn't horrible, like I said. So yeah, overall, I don't think there's anything else spoilery wise that I didn't want or I didn't cover. No, I think it's everything. But yeah, like I said, good movie overall. Learn some F1 before watching this because you're going to get confused by a lot of things and you're probably not going to recognize a lot of the cameos, and that's okay. But yeah, just find a good time to watch it in theaters, and yeah. Let me know how you guys felt about this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you hate F1 now, or do you like F1? Did this make you want to watch F1? But yeah, let me know how you felt. I'm going to watch Megan 2.0 next because I did kind of pique my interest. Haven't watched the first one yet, so I'm going to have to watch that beforehand and then watch Megan 2.0. But I'll probably watch that on like Sunday or something. But yeah, stick around, subscribe if you want to watch more movie reviews with Andrew. But thank you so much for watching. And let me know if you like the shorts idea I'm doing, because I want to try to get more viewership onto these things because I do like making these movie reviews. But yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye. I gotta go to bed. I'm so fucking tired. Bye.